So the game was on Drink Champs. It was a great. They continue to be. I love that show so much. They're hilarious. Like Dory's hilarious, and F is perfect for it. Like the game, he had a good vibe. So the part that interested me is they asked him about what went wrong with 50. So the game said, I'm just gonna put it on me. Like I messed it up because I took hip hop too seriously. Like when he came up, he's saying like he saw Biggie and Pac, like they died about it. You can see the stuff with Suge Knight. You see all the shit. He's like, nah, this shit real. Where you know how like 50 Cent sort of obviously they're not the same person, but like you know how he talked with 6ix9ine, was like 6ix9ine just trying to beef with everybody. 50 Cent damn near did the same thing. He was like beefing with everybody, and it just like boosted his like he was just beefing with everybody. So the game, when he said he went to New York, Jadakiss picked him up. 50 was beefing with Jadakiss, you know, so he's like, yo, Jadakiss cool. And then like 50 was beefing with Nas. He saw Nas was like, yo, you next, you next. You know what I'm saying? Like he the next big rapper. So the game, like, yo, they cool. So the game went to Hot 97, did an interview with Funk Flex, and was like, I don't know what 50 on. Like, them niggas cool. Like 50 wilding. And 50 kicked him out G Unit because of that. So the game took that personal. It was like, all right. And he thought about a story, like allegedly, like there was some like shootout. I ain't trying to get anybody caught up. And it was just some shit where, first of all, it shows that because I'm guilty of this too. Communication is so it be starting so many beefs, it's insane. Like if 50 just would have explained to him the shit, like they just would have talked to each other, none of that would have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look at it like this though. This nigga was in a coma for like 2 or 3 years. This nigga don't know what the fuck happened in them 2 or 3 years. Second, nigga, you gotta think 50 Cent wasn't 50 Cent got on because he had to beef with somebody because he was blackballed from the industry.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he's the only one that successfully made it out of being blackballed that
Yeah.
hard.
Well, that's why I'm saying the communication. It just shows just
Yeah.
how like beefs are literally started, how he's not communicating. Like he could have just
Yeah.
said, like, yo, I spoke with Kiss, I spoke with Nas, like they cool. What's up? 50 would have explained to him, like,
Yeah.
they
Like,
tried to
nah,
keep
this
me out
is
the game. Fuck them. It's
yeah.
like
This is real street. Like, this is real like beef. Like, there's a reason why I don't fuck with them. You know what I'm
so
saying?
my
But
my
I
so
do but I do fuck with game. I do fuck with game said for the fact that yo, like, yeah, I fuck with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? These niggas cool. I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
his own man. He making his own choices.
yeah,
He
yeah,
not gonna let
exactly.
one person dictate who he fuck with, who he don't.
So he also said, and this is what made me think, like, sort of, it may be a little revisionist history going on because he said they recently linked up in a club, like they were at the same club, and 50 came up to him and said, to be honest, y'all, I don't even know how like when we fell off. And like it was some shit. So I thought about it in the interview. The game said some things that I sort of just caught on to that I think people should like sort of think twice about. The game said he wanted in the club because when he heard that beat, he was like, that shit going to send him to the moon. He was like, that shit was just so fire, right? So, and I think he said that was supposed to be for other people. I forgot, like Rakim was one and someone else, but they said 50 was one, just like, nah, he was just perfect for it. And then he mentioned on the G Unit tours, say they'll get 2 million a show, 50 will get 1.5, and they will split the rest. And then he mentioned also he just want 50 to know that they equals. I feel there was a lot more jealousy going on during that time that he just doesn't want to speak on or just doesn't remember it like that because of how things are now.
Yeah. It was not equal back in the day. 50 Cent was pretty much the catapult for him.
Yeah. He admitted that. He did admit that. I left that part out. He did
So
admit that. Yeah.
yeah, that's fucked up, nigga. At least have us split 1 million, not 500,000. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but he also mentioned like there's 50 shows. So after
Yeah,
the while, you get 100,000 a show. That's 5 million you coming home with. I was in the trap. Like I literally went meet Dr. Dre with like coke stains or crack stains on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? So 5 million, he like, hey, I'm good. Like I'm straight with
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I get what he's saying, but it's so like, damn, like nigga, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But like I said, I see both sides. Like I see 50 Cent, like yo, I'm paying for y'all niggas to come out here. Like I'm
oh
buying y'all
yeah.
food and shit. Like
And
I'm
granted,
taking y'all expenses.
and he was the headline too. Even though like people knew
Yeah,
obviously like Game and Banks and all them. And I think they said Yayo might have been in jail at the time, so he may not have been it. But people knew their names. But 50 was the headliner. You know, it's
yeah.
like no one can deny that.
If Yayo wasn't in jail, he'd be the
Yeah, I just mean that splitting up the cuts though, splitting up the
headliner.
cuts.
No, no,
That's
he'll
a
be the headliner. It'll
yeah.
be Tony Yayo feature 50 Cent.
But but then also remember though the in the club comment when he said he wanted
Yeah.
in the clubs. He knew, so he was like, if I would have made in the club, I would be the headliner. You know, that's why I was like, wait a minute. I think it might have been some jealousy going on. He just didn't want to say it, or he just doesn't want to remember it like that.
I think in the club is good, but Hate It or Love It was way better.
Well, in the club blew up 50 Cent's commercial success. Like
Yeah,
his mainstream success, I'm saying.
yeah,
Like, yeah, as a hip hop fan, Hate It or Love It. Oh my God, yeah. Hate It or Love It was it. But
yeah.
from a commercial, like just mainstream, just like white people still say the go shawty, it's your birthday. Like that's iconic. So I
Yeah.
can see him saying that if I would have made in the club, I would be bigger than you.
Mm, I'll say no. 50 Cent, I think he would have did some dumb shit to get himself in trouble.
Who the game?
Yeah,
Yeah, at the time, yeah. Because he even
yeah,
said when he was like in his 20s, he said if you 36 and still rapping, you trash. And now he said that Nori called it out. I was like, you 42 now, you still rapping. He said, yeah, I know I grew up since I grew up. So yeah, you right. He definitely changed his mentality. But yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah.
would have,
He
yeah.
yeah, he wouldn't have made it. Like he wouldn't have made it. And I think Hate It or Love It kind of like it's kind of good that he made that song because it's not like everybody like know the shit word by word like in the club. But when you hear that shit, you could tell that's a way better song than in the club.
Yeah, and like you said, for who it was, he wouldn't be 50 because 50 also had the me against the world mentality because being blackballed. And just from like a mogul standpoint, I don't think he would have made the
Yeah.
deals 50 made, like with vitamin water and
Nah,
all that shit. Like it's just the
nah,
game didn't have that with all like the face tattoos and shit. Like he wouldn't have had that.
nah. Yeah, because nigga when they got an LA tattoo, they got a butterfly covering it. Like,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. And just if you know the story about like with Lil Wayne and Drake, where Lil Wayne told Drake, look, just don't get no face tattoos because I'm losing deals because I'm walking to meetings. They're like, nah, we ain't doing shit with you.